Nobody watched it.
Yeah, it's art house.
It is art
Mm,
house
okay.
wars,
Yeah.
right? And now it's art house wars, but at a big ticket price, $650 million to produce 2 seasons of this television show. Now, when's the last time you saw anything Star Wars, Nadia?
The first episode of Ahsoka, and that was it. I was out.
Mm.
Wow,
After that, I gave up.
wow, wow, that's
I
pretty
gave up
good.
and mind you, I have a Princess Leia blaster tattooed on my left thigh with the Rebel signal. So like, I'm old school Star Wars fan. I'm not this new Disney Star Wars. Ahsoka got me because like everything looked dry cleaned and too clean and so like just
Mm-hmm.
sterile, and it was boring. So
Did
I
you
was
like
out.
Andor?
Didn't watch it.
Mm-hmm. Disney Star Wars, money, money, money. $645 million.
Wasn't Andor a
That's
sleeper hit for them too? Wasn't it like
no,
No,
it wasn't a hit at all.
no.
As far as ratings, absolutely not.
I thought
It's a
most
Acclaim.
most people were warm towards it.
no. It
You know,
was it was acclaimed.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it has a. I love it. I love. Don't get me wrong, but no one like
Yeah.
Nobody
the main.
watched it.
Nobody watched it.
Yeah. It's art house.
It is art
Hmm.
house
Okay.
wars,
Yeah.
right? And now it's art house wars, but at a big ticket price, $650 million to produce 2 seasons of this television show. Now, mind you, I'm a big fan of this show. Let's read a little bit here. The future of Disney Star Wars remains unclear, but this latest bit of news must produce a reckoning inside the company of what exactly they're doing here and how much longer this can possibly continue. Our own Caroline Reed has reported via Disney's own disclosures that the total cost of Andor on Disney Plus will be a stunning 645 million between 2 seasons, with 290 spent on season 2 specifically. Again, this is straight out of Disney's own financials due to disclosure rules in the UK. Your initial thought will be, well, Andor's great, so surely Disney must think it's worth spending that much. But Disney's not in the charity business. And despite the fact that, yes, you could certainly argue that that Andor is actually the best thing their entire Star Wars era has produced, I think I would agree. It has nowhere near the viewership that would justify those kinds of costs. As recently as last year, Andor was reportedly the least watched Disney's Plus Star Wars TV project, behind all the others starring more names like Ahsoka, Obi-Wan, Anakin, Boba Fett, and the OG Mando and Grogu. At baseline, Andor is about one of the dudes from Rogue One we know is going to die. Wow.
I don't like Disney Star Wars. I didn't
Mm,
see Obi-Wan. I
mhm,
saw Mando. I think season 1 and 2 I kind of dropped off, and then
mhm,
Boba Fett was a huge disappointment.
mm,
I just I don't I don't see how Disney can recover for what they've done to Star Wars. I don't see any possible, and I'm with it. Like Rogue One to me, I didn't really care for it. You already knew how this story was going to end, so why put the effort into watching it? Everybody's an asshole character in that movie.
I haven't watched Andor yet. I just watched bits and pieces of it.
mhm.
You
You
know,
got Andor at home?
yeah, I got Andor at home. I mean, we
Mm,
got all the accents. So,
mhm,
and yeah, I never checked it out yet. It was one of those things where I'm like, oh, I'll check it out, see what's happening. It's one of those I'll wait till everything comes out
mhm,
type deal. But then it was like, oh no, I mean, they got 12 seasons in the first one. There's going to be 12 seasons in the other one.
mm.
And now we're like, so we know it's almost $30 million per episode. You know, it's
So
like
there
26.
Let me finish this article. There's like
so
one
there's
more
two
paragraph left.
seasons
There's
out
two
now.
seasons. No, only one. The second season is coming in 2025. That's
Mm.
probably why this is out. The last paragraph here. Of course, the show is truly excellent, But again, the show did not pull viewership that would justify that kind of budget. I'm not sure if I'm not sure it would if it was the number one show on Netflix, pulling in billions of minutes watched. Honestly, these numbers are out of control. You're saying $30 million per episode? Is that what you just
Well,
said?
so if you divide it by
8.
20, no, because it's
8 episodes.
no, so the first season was 12 episodes, second season is going to be 12 episodes. So
Okay,
if this is all together, you're talking about 26 plus, um
26 plus million. 20
yeah,
$26 million
each
cons-
episode.
conservatively.
Yeah,
And how much did it take to make Godzilla minus one?
it's less than, it's supposedly 5 million, but people saying 10.
Well, Netflix is. I would argue Netflix is probably one of Netflix's biggest shows, Stranger Things,
Hmm.
and Stranger Things was roughly about 30 million per episode.
Hmm.
But Stranger Things had eyes on it
Right,
versus
right,
Or like Wednesday, or like a Stranger
yeah.
Things, the
right.
biggest ones. I agree. I loved the show, but particularly the last few episodes. It really picked up gas. I think it had vision, it had creative guts, it had a fully, from beginning to end, great stories, great characters, which you can't say about any of those other television
Mhm.
shows. We're just poodoo like that, poodoo. But and it looks beautiful. Andor looks, that's, you can see where they put their money. But like, wow, $26 million.
Do you think Disney is money laundering something?
Well, you know, there was a book that came out, I want to say about 6 months ago. I think, Fletcher, remember, we kind of took a couple of those paragraphs when they were talking about Star Wars in particular,
Hmm.
and how that people, in production, they just didn't, it, like, they were just burning money. It just,
Hmm.
like, it's like they didn't even care. So I think you had a lot of that going on. I don't even think. I
Hmm.
mean, maybe there's money laundering, but it's very doable
Sounds like
to.
all these people need to go and work on indie films where you have to budget down to the dime
Mhm,
of like how to feed people, how to move
mm,
equipment, how to hire people.
mhm.
Let them learn that way. Similar to like everybody should work retail for a couple of years.
Look at you.
They understand. So.
Yeah, I like that.
Mhm.